So where were we?
Hey, do you remember what you did last time?
I believe we finished off our last contract. Yes. And we have made it back to the city fortress and shenanigans.
You want to spend? Don't drink. Yeah, you.
Our trouble fundamentally get this tough.
I was busy repairing stuff.
You were ambushed by a group of lovable bog trucks who managed to slow them all.
All one.
Efficiently, except the leader managed to split off and run away, probably unable to cause any more trouble for a while. You're handsomely paid. I wrote that down because I forget what I paid you.
I think we were paying.
Yeah.
Was there should be another sheet of paper there somewhere.
I've got plan B here.
Yeah.
You returned home safe and sound and did all your usual shenanigans. For the next week, you haven't received much contracts aside from just basic like helping stuff like bouncing or bouncing bodyguard work, chemical stuff if you're the alchemist. Mostly just stuff to help keep the lights going for the week. One morning, your boss, Cassandra,
She's the real scary one already.
I don't see how. I haven't even given her much.
Yeah, it is. She's a businesswoman. She's in charge. She's scared.
She has no stats. Gods have no stats. They're all the same as God.
Yeah, she has no stats, but I view it as infinite rather than zero. So even if you roll quadruple sixes on dice, you miss somehow. Cassandra actually manages to keep you all in until midday because of getting a special visit from potential clients. As you all wait around, hopefully trying to make yourself all presentable, except for the Oberon, who's probably... Has he gotten rid of those dead rats yet?
It's probably rolling in shit, so.
He's marinating.
Marinating the rats and shit. That's right.
They're curing. It's going to take a couple of years.
You don't just buy a dead rat and eat it. You have to like get a 50-year-old dead rat marinated in salt. After eventually waiting around patiently, you get a visit by what seems to be a handsomely dressed older gentleman with like his hair sleeked back that you can tell he's obviously already started crowning. Yeah, what's it called? No, not crowning. Hairline. Receding. The older gentleman seems to be accompanied by 4 neatly dressed bodyguards. Even though they seem to be forced to dress as professional like this, you can obviously tell by their aura that they're the kind of people who are also so professional when doing their job that the idea of someone attacking this person immediately throws people off. Bodyguards measure up the whole building before they give him the go-ahead to step forward. He seems the kind of person who keeps his body stiff and straight to present himself. Is this the group I'm looking for? The plans?
That would be Plan B.
The Plan Bs, yes.
Not the Plan Bs, we are Plan B. When Plan A fails, everyone calls us.
Interesting slogan, because that's why I am calling you.
What do you need?
I currently have a problem that I need someone unknown to deal with. And before we begin, may I introduce myself. I am Abraham Fortescue of the Fortescue Estate.
And whilst we may not have much of a reputation, we have some of a reputation. Abraham, what is it that you need us to do?
This problem might actually be too difficult for someone with a high reputation because everyone would know their name.
We are one to kick ass, strong and take names later, so that generally does help a bit.
And we usually run out of time before we get there.
Yes, I have a problem. I am missing my son, Anthony Fortescue. You may not have heard of him because I'm trying to keep his studies secret, or at least on the down low. I sent my son towards the Etheria Forest to visit a small village so that he may establish and expand his botany experience and skills. An odd career choice, but he does show amazing potential, and I am trying to make sure to see it come to fruition. He was sent there about a year ago. I received regular updates and notifications. However, about 2 months ago, I stopped receiving any kind of letters. Originally, I sent off my own personal messages, and they failed to return. I then hired a much more advanced, popular, well-known group of mercenaries who also disappeared and have not returned.
Hey!
Hello there. Welcome to the wolf.
Hey,
In comes Rob drunk from the pub.
Pretty much.
Sandra kicks your ass and tells you to pull up your britches because you're...
For God's sakes, man. Hey!
Get rid of this rat! Yeah, it's actually been a week.
Why is that a problem?
They're stinking up the box.
You're currently getting hired by a smartly dressed man named Abraham Fortescue to look for his son, Anthony Fortescue.
Look at the pubs. That's where I start.
The mercenary campaign I sent have not returned. I have not heard anything from them.
Because they're useless and much better.
Technically, he sent them because they were power.
And yet they haven't found them.
So I'm now looking for a lesser known, but still equally qualified band of mercenaries to return my son.
Do you know where he resided? Like the address?
Yeah.
I know.
It's a village, that's not the actual address.
Take your religious give us all.
I've written it all down.
Yes, I sent him to a small village called Spania Village, or Spania, or Spania. I'm not quite sure on the pronunciation, but I did send him there, and for the time being, for last year, everything seems to be going swimmingly. If you are willing to take this task, and if you return my son, I will then pay you 2,000 gold.
Does your family have any enemies that we should know about?
Only political?
Only
Like, right, okay.
what could
The worst
possibly go wrong?
So you've got the worst kind of enemies, check.
Or rather, more social. Let's just say the kind of battles I do is a little bit different from yours. Less physical.
Oh, I hate physical exertion, don't worry about it. Like, I stomp around that big bastard. It does all the work, I just don't really get it.
I have more information, but only if you're willing to accept this task right now. Otherwise, I'll continue seeking for another mercenary group.
No, I think you've come to the right place.
Yes.
Everyone agrees?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the party. Do you have any school for tracking?
No.
Well, you probably don't need it because he's already told you the village.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
tell us more.
Well, if you head north, but mostly east, to the riverbed, you'll find transport across the large river to a place called Stala Village. Many people there know about me, and you can easily just find transportation from there to Spania Village.
Could we, perchance, ask for a transport budget?
I don't know, can you?
Why am I?
Or rather, decisive then. Negotiation, social.
Social?
Okay, so how are you gonna talk about this?
Let's just beat him.
Yeah, let him go.
I could just beat the fucker.
I pushed the fellow.
Well, there's 4 highly professional bodyguards around.
3 for me, 2 and 1 for you guys. Should be fair for.
That's 19.
Oh yeah. See how good you did though. I mean, yes, you did succeed. To see how much of a bonus you get. You quickly convince him about getting some kind of down payment at least. He puts on the table 200G up front, but will take it out of your final pay.
That's good.
Actually, no, you rolled 18, so it's not taken out of your total pay.
That's the same clumping right now.
No clumping people, please.
No.
Right.
It's just to bring back your son, you can pay for it.
You don't have to eat marinated rat unless you really want.
Pay you $2,000 to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it means you can afford more.
Never accept the first offer.
Exactly right.
Which way you roll back position? Yeah, and he just upped the offer to got an extra $200 out of it.
That's pretty good. I'll take that.
Just remember rule of acquisition number 1.
That's been
Once
good.
you have their money, you never give it back.
Okay, so I'll negotiate. Any final points before we get to business?
Aside from that, he gives you a detailed description of the son, which, done by his description, just looks like a younger version of him.
Scan chartist. So, more details. He's in the more details.
So we have a description. We have a picture of.
Okay, he snaps his fingers and a bodyguard pulls out a sketch on a roll.
It's one of those big, stupid portraits that makes it always like looking all magnificent.
They gives you, to show you the description of the son, which, going along with the description, this is like a younger version of him.
Alright, so, what else do we need to know about what's...
Interesting.
We've got a lot of money.
At the moment, my only concern is my son returning home safely. No, that's correct. At the moment, all I want is my son to return safely home. The reason for delay and the missing persons can wait. I'll deal with that at a later date. But at the moment, my son's safety and his return is of utmost priority.
You tell the truth?
It's not the truth.
What's the deception? This is a detective role.
Go ahead. I'm pretty sure this guy, if he was hiding something, knows how to hide it.
So it's going to be perception?
One, but I'm not. It's his poker face.
Yeah, no. Let me take a shot. Detection. Alright. 13.
Right, you can tell he's straight up and honest.
So we'll get all the finer details and get ready to do that.
Yep, he just tells you to go to Starla Village, which is on the riverbed, that will have transportation across the river. Unless you wanted to spend more time travelling on foot by taking the train.
That's a better idea than get Kingston.
Why do we want to invest in transport? Why what's the go?
Actually, from a train line was within the last year or so was created between Caspia to. I should really write down the goddamn page number. I can't just control F this because it's a damn book.
On the way out of town, I am going to get some extra ammunition.
Finally. Yeah, several years ago, after much aggressive political battling, a rail connection lay between Cyril and Point Warren.
Okay.
Which he suggests you could travel much more south along the river. It will allow you to cross the river without having to pay a ferryman. And if you hop off there, you can then travel towards Starla Village or just the village itself.
I'm not really worried about whether we pay a ferryman or not. I'm more worried about people might be expecting us. You've been sending people, they might be expecting more people. So maybe it might be an idea to take the train and go by the fort.
The fort's a lot further up.
Oh,
I mean, you jump off after you cross
The
the river.
military rifle bullets.
I can organise that arrangement, but I will have to take back that 200 deposit.
oh, transport's transport. We're going to need something in out anyway, end of the road, plus coal and water.
Because I'm afraid it's a military train line.
Yeah. I'm pointing at my big zoom up.
Yeah, I can organise that.
I'm just saying you need transportation.
Yeah,
So,
I can organise it. You just won't get that deposit.
I'm more thinking if we do this stuff ourselves instead of you organising it, then no one in your loop would know what we're doing if we don't tell you how we get it.
But if you think you can, then I do suggest you take the 200 gold. You might need it all.
Someone knows that you're sending people and they're counting out. So, obviously somewhere in your friends circle, someone who does not like you is making life hard for you. The less you know about what we do, the less
Heavy round.
we're likely to encounter that problem.
Then take your 200 gold, and if your current plan is to keep me out of the dark, then I should leave right now.
We will endeavour to complete this mission.
What's that?
So he gives you $200 deposit and swiftly leaves with his own bodyguards.
Let's see, we can't organise some sort of transportation. Cassandra to do that.
Do what?
To organise transport, she has a little more map than we do in certain levels, especially the military and police. I'm guessing if we do take his offer of taking the train further and then hopping off somewhere along the line at a village to across the river instead of taking the ferry. If we have to grease a few farms, that transport money will probably come while we're off.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
If we need to grease any farms, that transport money will probably be used for that more than anything else.
The money will probably need to use for the train.
Yeah, well, yeah.
200 gold?
The military train to a point forward. You have to convince someone that no one jumped on and then hopped off halfway along the track lines.
Yeah, pretty much. Considering they have to stop the train and let us get off. Would Cassandra be amenable to trying to?
Yeah, but she probably needs to hold 200 to rob the right man.
No, that's fine.
Okay, give her the 200.
Mm-hmm.
She informed you to spend the day,
Getting ready?
packing up, and she'll see if she can do it as quick as she can.
Yep, that's no problem. I trust in her skills.
Yep, she leaves. What do you want to do for the rest of the day?
Make sure that everything is in proper working order. There's no malfunctions with my suit of armor. I have plenty of ammunition. I'll get some coal as well.
Alchemist.
Make sure I've got enough bombs ready.
Yep.
So I will order a ton of coal.
What did the man-off guy want to do?
I was thinking about my sword doesn't need reloading. My armor's meant to repair.
Your sword doesn't need reloading.
I don't know, have you tried cocking it recently?
So
You want the gunblade.
maybe food. That's about it. Otherwise, men off will provide.
As you're praying at the temple, an acolyte approaches you and mentions that the head priest wants a word with you.
Oh, well, that's a first.
You see the priest, and you do all the typical man-off hand waves and prayers.
Handshake.
Secret handshake. Show each other your tattoos. Evening, Paladin Lucran.
Good day, my priest.
That priest. Speaks to you and goes, I heard that you may be travelling to Theria, Billy, to help with a missing person.
That is correct. And it's worrying that word is spreading.
Word hasn't spread, we were actually contacted before you.
Oh.
We managed to send out word and get a small group of flame guards to investigate the area. And they have gone missing.
Oh, you want to see if I can find out what happened to them?
Yes. If they have left Kane, please give them burial rites.
I shall do. Hopefully they are still alive.
He addresses an acolyte and goes, these may help. Give you like a small chest. When you open them, you find 4 grenades.
Side quest!
Same area, so whether or not you want to.
No, that depends on one of these others.
Yep, 4 of these.
Purifier grenades.
No, just one. Firebombs.
Right.
Manoff has a famous saying, burn them all and let God sort them out.
Oh, is there anything else I can do for you, my priest?
No, he just tells you you'll be helping the Manoff campaign, the church and blah 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 and all that crap.
Oh, hell, man.
Of course, I'll bring going for the day.
I'll pick up a few more shells and draw over the nearest ogre battle cannon.
How much is that?
85 gold.
You want that 200 bucks?
You should get a bottle by now.
We better get 200 bonus.
You ain't spending it all on blackjack and hookers, haven't you?
Good point.
As you return, Cassandra returns and informs you all that she can make the arrangements, but the next train won't leave for 2 days. It will take about 4 days of comfortable travelling to get there.
What about if we just take the ferry now?
Well, first you have to walk to the ferry.
Yeah,
It'll
but
take
how long would it take to walk to the ferry across?
3 to 4 days to cross. 4 to 5 days to get to the actual village.
Yeah. So it's about the same anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's whether or not you want to leave now,
And save money.
or bum around, spend money for a safer trip.
Save like it's 17.
Well, you'll be on a train, so
Trains are hazardous. You got enclosed spaces.
It's us.
Yeah.
People mess with us, they kind of end up dead.
Yes, Rob, you draw attention to yourself and get us all killed.
I thought you take the train. I think it's a better option.
It's not.
I don't like deep water.
Everyone goes in the animal carriage.
That's your
Train goes over the river.
If I'm in the train.
Yeah, but if the train goes over,
As long as the trains go in, I'm fine.
but what a ferry's designed to float on water.
Well, I have more hopes that a train would survive combat if we have to engage in combat
I
on
mean,
the
you just don't
train.
wear your suit.
Then combat, then the boats. Even without me wearing my suit, like, I can't put a hole in the boat.
So, to confirm it, you're taking the train?
Yeah.
So,
We'll make it look like it's gone.
Why are you still sleeping?
Everyone's laying low. No going to the town for the next 2 days.
What? Fuck off! Not this fucking
goes to the supermarket, so you can't run.
You so wish!
You're keeping in on your iPhones or going to the pubs.
Yeah, no problems.
Well, like,
I'll let
run
everyone
now,
know.
we're playing the time.
We're going to Dragonberg. You know where the fuck they live all over the town, but we're going there.
Okay, while you're out partying and having a good time, you get chummy along with another Ogre named Rouge.
Could be a female, you're not sure yet.
Not sure if you female.
You're one of those mercenaries, right? You ever done one of them bounty hunt things?
Done lots of about hunt things. About hunt everything.
Well, you ever notice that when you go grab someone, all you do is get paid it, you don't find what they stole or anything?
Yeah.
But those damn bounties, always, those damn bounties, they have jobs. Those damn bounties, they're always hiding their gold, don't know where they go. So I was speaking to this mercenary group, Steelhead, everyone heard of them, and they were telling me, like, you know, if you want some of that gold, don't go looking for it. Have your bounties spend it.
Yeah, but then the money's gone.
No, but here's the thing. You make it spend it on something that they need, then you can easily find them. See, what happened is, went and found his bounty, found one of his underlings, grabbed her arm, twisted it, and just pointed it down his death throat, delivered right to him. Said, go on, I'm gonna take you and break your freaking neck. You know, put in all the glamour and glitz and all that. So, she went and delivered the message. Guess what happened next time I found him? Well, he's got like this bright new mechanical shield, you know, one of them robot shields. And I was like, oh man, that's pretty. It probably won't believe any. So I smashed his head in with it. And then when I had to report, I just left out the fact that he had a brand new shield.
Yeah,
An extra bonus. So keep that in mind.
but what do you want the shield for?
I didn't need a shield, I needed one for work. It was easy to find.
Yeah, but
What's easy to find, a sack of gold or a big bright shield?
yeah, but who wants a shield? Only Manoff wankers want shields.
Anyone wants a shield.
No one wants a shield.
God, yeah, you're missing the point. I got a bonus when I sleep that shield.
But you just crush their skulls in and then you just serve them through the soup and get all the gold. But this is
They don't know where the gold is. So just keep that in mind next time you ever have a target.
break your leg.
Just set it. That's what you do. Tell them you're going to break their legs. And they'll go put on a nice shiny piece of armor or go buy a new sword. Next time you find them, just take it off them and deliver them. Extra bonus.
Maybe you could say you're gonna need an ogre cannon to take down an ogre.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Tell him an ogre's on the way. He's going to have to go buy an ogre cannon, you know? Now, if you take out an ogre into an ogre cannon, and even then you need to shoot for the head and hope that where the gods are praying to is giving them some advice.
Or you do that. Or do that.
Just be careful though with your message. You don't want them just spending all their gold just buying a bunch of roops, just standing between. Then you just gotta get it out your knuckles, just crack at a bunch of people who you can't sell.
But they got gear on them, they got usually their cash, so you know, moves.
Just have full your thoughts. And then the day everyone goes back to merrily drinking, partying and passing out and probably touching something they weren't supposed to.
Always.
But unless you were doing anything else,
Nah.
you'll spend the next day bumming around.
I'm polishing and fixing and making sure there's no leaks.
Yeah, you're polish.
You talk to Cassandra, who confirms that the train should stop after passing the river. Then just follow the river up north until you come across Starla Village, where you might find a contact who can give you transportation to Spania Village.
Yeah, you'll have some rather large luggage bags that you're around with.
Dead rats kind of disguise, isn't there?
Yeah, you disguise as a swarm of dead rats.
I thought you were stuffing a pile of marinated dead rats under your bed so that when they affect cells like it was still there.
So yeah, so we'll do our best to go incognito as much as we can with a giant shiny paladin and a big walking toothpipe.
After the next day of farming around midday of the next day, you'll approach the military fort, who all wave you in, because they've obviously already been paid or informed. Your suit of armor gets crane lifted onto the train, and you all get pulled up. You all get, like, not exactly your own compartment, you all get crammed near the back, like a bunch of other equipment and boxes and whatnot. The sergeant who's in charge of it, like, he makes it very clear that you're not on the train.
I know we are, thank you.
But we are on the train. You're confusing me now.
Don't worry about it.
Are we on the train or not?
Don't care if you're confused as long as you're quiet.
And that the only people sitting in the back train are just general guards, just watching their last train. That's it. After waiting around and hearing more clanking and cluttering of moving equipment and cranes, the train whistles, screeches, and starts chugging along. All I had to do is all 5 rations.
Rations, what?
Yeah, that was the intent. I mentioned rations.
How much are rations?
We're going to name the place 2 days rations.
Dry rations, 1 day supply, 1 GC. Military rations, 1 day supply, 1 GC. Buy what you need now for 4 people, not just yourself. Did you buy enough rations for everyone?
They can buy their own.
No, he's buying their own.
I'm not made of money.
We just bought a ton of coal, of course you are.
I just spent it all.
Does anyone have any food?
I intend to
No,
grow
rats.
lots of dead rats. Should just become a rat farmer.
No, a rat milker.
It's enough for you, Rob. You eat 1 ration a day.
Throughout the rest of the train, despite the fact that you're not here, the guards who are in the final train seem to be talking to no one.
Excellent. Well, not talk back.
Just to pass the time, speaking to each other and no one.
Sorry.
Are they talking to us or what? I'm confused.
What's the news? It's not actually news.
You've got to punch him. You actually punch him.
Go ahead.
No, don't.
On this military train full of professional military men.
Yeah, but we're not there, so we're not technically there.
Yes, and that's why there wasn't a filthy red smear stain they had to clean up on the back train. They just got 200 gold. What do they care?
That's assuming they don't get smeared themselves.
I mean, if you want to attack inside a military train, that can easily be a couple of you and blow you to smithereens with a couple of jacks wearing mortal cannons. Go ahead.
We should have bought from Roy. Everyone knows that avalanche cannons are better.
Yeah, I think on a critical hit, they knock your DC inches back directly away.
Avalanche cannons are big blast radius. Now I'm 13. Aha! They're all.
Some of these cards, I'm not saying.
I don't seem to have much knowledge about the actual landscape or the Wilderlands. These guys are more city-based.
Okay.
They only see it outside the city walls usually when they're on trains traveling between different areas.
Oh, if they're interested, like, so they can start again on poker or something? Or whatever they do. They're past the time.
No, they said they're pretty kind not to. Oh, this is just for fun. You spend the remaining day, eat your rations, pass the time, spend the whole next day as well traveling.
Yep.
As you're all informed, you're going to be dropped off at midnight. You'll get a good night's rest. You hear the general clacking of the train tracks shift in tempo. Soon as it passes the bridge, you hear the brakes shriek as it suddenly pulls to a stop. Torches are lit as the area around you is illuminated. The roof of the carriage is forced open. The train lowers down and picks up a heavy suit of armor. A very annoying dwarf jumps on top, and as his suit of armor is swinging back and forth, he's trying to awkwardly slide himself back in. Someone shouts that if there was no one here, he'd be mildly pissed off.
Sorry, just not trying to make your life easier. Because I slipped into it.
Helping!
The crane lolls down and drops the suit of armor on just regular grass with an opening, half eating a dwarf. The final people of your crew is jump off. The lights are burnt out, the train pulls off, and all you can hear is the echoing puff of the engine disappearing off into the darkness.
I believe we're headed that way.
It's full speed. Don't come too early, otherwise you're in green.
So what are you doing for the light source?
I'm sure the moon's out or something. Well, I'm naturally adept to
What
being
did
in
you
the
make?
dark.
I got my fire, man.
See, we've got
It only ignites when you hit something and land critical.
One around, knocking various things.
there's a scroll over there.
Does this thing work?
It's just make a camp for the night and travel the moon.
Did none of you seriously bought torches?
No.
That's one of the upgrades that I've been meaning to get. Robot. Didn't have
Oh, I'm so used to playing games that we've seen in the dark.
Okay, well, I'll let you go with the food, but I'm not letting that one go. You're sitting in the dark by the train tracks.
I don't think it'd be that hard to make a torch. I've got stuff to make fire and I have coal. So
Okay, then make it.
we find some branches and stuff and we make a torch.
You don't know how dark.
We have an alchemist. Alchemize.
Well, you can set up camp for the night.
We have an alchemist job to come up with
Stuff that explodes, yeah.
stuff that does burn, like fiery stuff. In a
Well,
bottle.
luckily for you, since it is actually a newly built bridge, the area around you is really clear. There's no, you don't really need to like knock anything out of the way to try and lay down a flat piece of. Actually, do you have bedrolls?
Nah.
I'm just gonna sleep in my island. I find a tree, I lean against it, and I just sleep in there.
No,
Okay. Professionalism.
That's right. I wasn't planning on sleeping in my island.
Let's see what happens in the middle of the night. Well, nothing. You barely see any animals. You don't see much animals or game anywhere around, mostly because the train tracks scare off. You're traveling north, just keeping the river in eyesight, just so you don't get lost.
Yep.
It does bend some bit, and you do find a much larger river, but you do actually find like a sturdy wooden bridge that goes across, so this is actually, it is uncommonly used. Anyways, everyone give me a perception roll.
Corruption.
Perception only. 10.
Yep.
Oh, I got 2 6s on the die.
Well, I got 15.
I got 9.
By the way, it's a critical success, so feedback. The Ogryn is busy just stomping along in front of you, swinging his mighty swords, just trying to cause as much damage because he's bored. When the alchemist hears some rustling and squealing coming from the brush. Breakfast!
So wait
That's why he heard everything. What was your total?
15.
And you both heard it.
We both heard it. Excellent.
Rustling in the bushes and a lot of squealing and shrieking.
I dive into the bushes after it.
As you dive into the bush and burst through the shrubbery, you see a large pack of razor boars.
Ah, pack. Find the biggest one and shoot. Is that how it works? Find the biggest guy in the yard, teach you his boss.
There's a reason it's the biggest guy.
Razor boars shriek and charge.
Boom, boom, boom.
Da, da, da. Da, 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 da.
Oh, one straight to the other. Not much better.
There's a big point blank range.
Roll. You suddenly hear some shrieking behind and scream from a terrified dwarf. Around. And
Rifle down range.
Don't shoot me!
I'm shooting ya.
Just shooting your position.
Shooting your position.
No! Friendly fire is not friendly!
Let's get the measure to see if you're in, and measure 3 inches to this whole area past this line is forest. So you can't see beyond 3 inches back.
Rifle.
Did you write down the range?
What is the range thingy there for a thing?
Yeah, there is. It says RNG.
No.
He just randomly chooses that number.
That's right. RNG, really? 93 inches. What?
Well, it is a military rifle, but I was gonna say something stupid like 13 inches.
Yeah, like the hand cannon is 12.
Yeah, the range is double that, but beyond the base range, it's like -4.
10 inches. Like 10 inches. That's the man. Extreme range is 300 feet. Effective range is 60 feet.
Okay.
8. 13.
Yep.
15 times.
The mighty Ogre here, the Shriek, spins around his mighty military rifle, points it at the forest and shoots. You see bits of leaves shatter in the sky.
That tree's very high now.
Then I pull my hand cannon.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
What's the range of your hand cannon?
Hand cannon is 12 inches. So this is a range. No, I miss again.
It's just it's got no rate of fire.
And he pulls out his hand cannon and blows the dirt at his feet.
Hey, how are you shooting at?
The boar at the back, who seems to be more rugged and damaged, more experienced than the rest, just shrieks at and screams at the metal beast in front of him. Now that the initial shock has passed him, the mighty warcaster Harlock, his 60 feet of armor, immediately activates and triggers his arm and starts swinging, shooting.
So I will spend to cast my reinforce. And then I shall spend a point of focus to enhance my attack roll and shoot the big scout one who seems to be in charge. The mighty ball. So that is a 15 on the money to hit him, and then I will spend another focus to increase the damage. Oh, that's 2 60 out of 1. That's a lot of damage. Suck it up. That's 26 damage. That's to the
Okay, so 26, the alpha's armor is actually 11, so that'll be 15 points of damage. He spends a few points to halve it, that's 8.
and then I back up.
Razor Ball jumps up and smacks it and roars as a huge glowing piece of bullet smashes into his side and causes him to stumble over and roll over.
Excellent, and I shall reload as I'm backing up. Moving back 2 inches.
White Boar charges into Metal Monster. By the way, they have an ability where their targets are +2 on charge damage. Black dice just to see if you're lucky. And your defense is 5, so I just need to roll 3.
My defense is 8.
I thought I said 8. And your armor?
Is currently 16.
-6 on 3 dice.
3 dice, what?
Charging. Ooh, you got lucky. 3 points of damage to your armor.
Ooh, lucky, I'll take damage to my armor.
I roll a bow on 3 dice. The blue beast charges in. Wait, just measure to see if you can make it 4.5 inches. He's the one who stuck his head into a forest.
Well, I wasn't expecting to find a whole herd of things.
-6. Ooh. 10 damage. You have to roll for your armor.
Yeah.
So you can spend a few points to halve it.
I will halve it. So my armor is out of armor points, and I believe my armor is currently out of. But luckily, I didn't take enough damage to this.
Purple beast charges forward. On 6 points, 5 points of damage.
Oh,
5. Maybe spend a few points to halve that.
I will.
The other beasts can't charge, so they all run forward to surround him. I wasn't going to do it like that, but if you want to make it hard for him.
Oh, thanks, Rob.
I didn't put him there. I'm gone.
John, your best friend needs your help. What are you going to do about it?
Oh, set it on him.
Now, throw a knife at this one here. Okay,
And you'll be in range of him, so you're getting your penalty bonuses.
You could
Oh, yeah.
walk up behind and shove it in the back. And
Yeah, but what? John's not
Yeah, no,
that
I had the
myself.
melee bonuses for me anyway.
Also, you're attacking in its back arc, you're standing still, so it'll be +4.
And +1 to shoot them.
So you probably hit him. So go man, save your best friend.
21?
The mighty alchemist hurls the knife and you see it smash straight in behind its right on its flank, and it shrieks and carries on.
Second attack. Wait, 18.
Yep, hits. 3d6. Yep, 16, so down to 6 damage to it.
Doesn't matter. Pulls out another knife and throws it at its head real back, and a knife stabs it right in its eye and it collapses down and dies. So the mighty paladin sees his best friend Jumped by Razor Balls, immediately leaps into the action.
Yes, I'll charge it if possible.
You're 6 inches away. 5.5 inches.
What's charge this?
+3 to your move, to your speed.
Alright, I'll give me bonus for 6.
And get 1 extra d6 on damage.
Right. Oh, it's 6 damage.
Yep.
He is disgusting. 28 damage. 5, 5, 6.
The Mighty Paladin charges in and immediately cleaves one Razor Ball clean in half.
18 damage.
14 health.
Oh, so I only missed killing that other one, but when I played up.
No, that was the boss.
And it halved it. Alright, Rob, you see the Paladin showing you up. What are you going to do about it?
Swords.
1 sword?
2 swords.
Mighty Ogre pulled that.
Oh, yeah. +1 from there.
Yay!
And in the backup.
So 21 in total. So second attack.
Alright. There you go.
Hits.
Critical. No, it's not. Only 2d6 because it's on the first attack.
Okay. Still will be dead.
Yeah.
5 damage.
Mighty Ogren charges in, Razor Ball, sees him coming, starts galloping away, immediately pounces on and jabs his sword right into his neck twice to sever and completely kill the Razor Ball.
So I cast 1.
It's only one more. What's it done?
Alpha shrieks and charges forward. So that's basically it because he's got no attack.
He's like, what did you do to me, man? It's like the reverse of Scotty, he's got one leg.
Other thing is, the other Razor Balls seem to hit faster and stronger when he's nearby. He's the leader.
Let me guess, my turn.
Well, let's see what Nathan can do.
Is the Razor Ball boss engaging me right now?
Nah, he doesn't have reach.
So I could shoot him?
Yeah, but you're engaged, so it'll be -4. And I don't think you can see him because the other Razor Balls are face to face. Blame them, not me.
And if I move, that will break a free strike on him.
So you can spend 3 points to ignore that.
Alright, well, let's do that. I'll spend a 3 point and back up charges.
So you back up and
Do that, baby. And I will shoot. I guess I'll shoot one first. So I'll spend the first point to get an extra attack. 13, 14, 15 hit. That's another 28 damage. And I reload again.
Rold shouts at the Razor Balls, who immediately back off. He puts his armor in reverse, backs up, and fires a fully glowing loaded shell into the white Razor Ball, whose head immediately explodes from the concussive force of Dwarven Anger.
That's right. Dwarven Anger.
Dead Razor Ball to see if they're brave enough to keep going.
And they are.
Yep. Purple charges in. Trying. No, it's not purple, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
How far did you charge?
3 inches to get the bonus, so they don't get it.
That was painful already.
Power 8 to -8. Now that you're ready for them, you seem to easily just shrug off any pierced tusks and just shake them off as they screech and roar at you. Blue Razor Ball charges in, tries to attack you again. His tusks also break against your mighty armor as he shrieks and screams, trying to get through this wall of metal. Right, John, you seem to have come relaxed a bit, seeing everything under control.
Try not to resolving.
You got one?
Just saying, you probably want to stay where you are aimed, so you can get your aim bonus, because you've got +2 while in concealment. The alchemist hurls a knife into the bush, and all you see is just shrubbery tap and fall aside, revealing the face of a pissed off Razor Ball. With much clearer on his side, he's held another dagger as it pierces the side of the Razor Ball's mouth, but he's still standing and shrieking. But let's see what Lee can do to finish the combat.
First action, I suppose I'll set my shield. Firing away.
You can spend a feat point to re-roll that.
20 damage.
Paladin, after cleaving Razor Ball in half, steps forward and swings at another Razor Ball. As his blade chops through his back, but Razor Ball shrieks and screams at him for getting away with its own meal. Back down to Rob.
Wait, I'm going to charge. Then I'm going to spend a relentless charge.
Probably didn't need to. Quite close enough to achieve.
Yeah, I just remember.
The Razor Ball Alpha shrinks as you swing your 90 scimitars at him.
Yeah, they got the same.
First attack is boosted or the first?
So there's a damage roll. And you can re-roll that.
Reroll.
14.
Yeah! Magic tip. 14 to 23 damage.
I should have given him tough.
That's all we need.
After taking a dagger to the face, it's then complemented by another scimitar through the same gaping hole. Pierces right through its throat and kills him instantly.
Yeah! Winning!
Yes.
So it's in range, so I'll tap one from mine.
Yep.
14, and then plus 4 being rear arc.
The Ogre pulls out his scimitar, kicks the dead Alpha to the floor, spins around, and stabs the purple Razor Ball in the back and kills it instantly. The only one Razor Ball left immediately starts running off. You may do what you want to it. Waste a bullet? Sorry? Waste a bullet? Yep. Okay then. No. I'm pretty sure if you want to kill it, it's dead. Don't need to roll for that.
Do that shot.
Oh dear. Triage. Need triage right now. Oh crap. That hurt a lot.
Let's start working.
I'll power down my armor.
I want a nice stick. Make fun.
The Ogre starts getting to work at skinning the Razor Balls, while probably with the help of the Alchemist.
Rowdy guns.
Alchemist, you build a fire. I'll make rotisserie. And I'll do like. Can I have some? Alright.
We're busy.
The dwarf needs to shed his skin, his own skin, so that he can fix it.
Victory!
The rule say he took 4 damage.
If it takes 5 or more.
He took 5, didn't you?
Yeah, we should have rolled, but we're in the middle of it.
Let's roll now.
No!
I rolled 4, what happens?
Oh, fuck. Alright. Loss of power. The steam pressure has been compromised, resulting in severe loss of power to the armor. To repair, the character loses the armor's strength bonus.
But it was irrelevant.
Yeah.
We'll have to leave it here. Come back to it.
Fuck no.
Oh, Rob, I know how to fix it. You just need to find the right spot to kick it.
I can do that. Let me kick it. Gentle persuasion works every time.
Just need to fight. Just need to get my hands on some scrap metal. She's working fine. It moves still.
I'll pick up my rifle and the gun.
Okay, you threw 4 dagger throwing knives, right?
John.
You threw 4 throwing knives, right?
I've got to retrieve them.
Yep, retrieve them. However, one of them is actually snapped in half. Probably went pierced.
Oh, scrap metal!
Yeah, no choice but to discard it.
Hello, scrap metal now. Thing claimed.
Okay, you have 1 pound of scrap metal. You choose.
You need more.
And the Ogre retrieves his weapons, hopefully.
Yes. There's like iron, metal,
Yeah,
like
throwaway there.
You know what I was thinking, right? There's giant, nasty pig things. They have ribs and other bones, and pig iron's really tough. Probably lay some of that on there too. Now that I mentioned pigs.
It's like
iron, like that way.
I don't have time to mine it and smelt it to make it into sheets.
it's already making the bar.
There's every
I'm
part.
not gonna rip up trees.
You should do what? Just attach all the dead corpses to your armor to scare everyone.
I'll just say, you're wearing denim, why can't I?
Gotta Remus clean their spears.
Through the wash.
Alright, so you'll set up camp. Well,
It still moves. We can continue.
yeah,
It's not working.
Yeah, you spend the time preparing it.
Yeah, I need materials.
Do you have repair stuff?
I just said I need materials for that.
You're not too far away.
We can't exactly have like backpacks of steel.
Yeah, we can't carry the scrap metal around. We need to repair it down.
Because someone wants, I want big money armor, and it gets damaged in the arm screw.
Usually I don't get all beat up there behind you guys.
Well, I got the biggest armor of the line. Like, yeah, I should be.
Yeah, mine doesn't make coal. I can move in my armor.
Yeah, I can move it still too. It works fine. I just don't have the extra strength. If you rolled one more, that could be bad.
You didn't want to waste a grenade on a razor ball?
Well, by the time I got my around,
You went
I was in melee combat, and my grenades are AoE.
So?